Hello, my name is Dr. Kenny Harless, and I just want to share kind of my story with Juice Plus and how I got introduced to this. And as a parent, I realized that there was no possible way I was eating the way I should eat. Definitely knew my little girl wasn't getting the nutrition she needed. And so a friend approached me about this and told me it was a way that I could take it, bridge the gap what I should be eating, and then also get it for free for my child. And that really piqued my interest, to be honest with you. And it comes in chewables, or it comes in also in capsules. And it's 30 different vegetables and fruits. Okay, and so that made sense. I used to juice, and I've always been in the lifestyle habits and trying to be the best me that I can be. And when they dehydrated it, and I found out that they used the pits and the stems and the seeds and the pills, that all made so much sense to me. So, long story short, those are things I wasn't eating. So I started taking the product. I really enjoyed it. My daughter loved it. My wife started stealing mine and started taking it. And she noticed huge differences. And she'd probably kill me for this, but like bowel movement changes and sleep and skin and things like that. And I now explain to people I wasn't the guy to do the business, to be honest with you. I was just going to share it with patients. I've been in practice now over 16 years. And looking back 16 years ago, oh man, I remember people, like I would see autoimmune diseases about once every couple hundred people. Today, one out of every 2 to 3. It's just insane. You know, cancer rates are up, cardiovascular disease, all these things. And one of my friends moved beside a lady doing the business with Juice Plus. And just as she approached him, it was so cute. She goes, oh, I'm in with Juice Plus. And he goes, oh, it's one of those pyramid scams. And that's exactly what I thought. He runs in the house, tells his wife, don't buy anything from this woman, right? So, and so he approaches me with it. The product made sense, right? And I thought as a doctor, I owned a practice, right? I thought that, I had a practice and not a job. That's just not how this works. If I don't show up, I don't get paid. And I have no problem with that. I make a wonderful, fabulous living and helping people, and I love it. But I had to clock in and clock out. And I might make a better wage than most people, but it was a wage. I was trading my life for money. Does that sound vaguely familiar, right? So some people might make 10 an hour. Some people might make 500. Entertainers, maybe they make $1 million an hour, when they perform. But then that income stream's over. So I was approached with the business of this, and I still wasn't ready to jump on board. But then I put 20 patients on this, and the stuff that I saw was unbelievable. And it's food. It's literally food, right? It's fruits and vegetables in a capsule. So I started seeing the changes, and my buddy who had got on board said, hey, you and I can only help so many people individually. But how many more people can we help? Right? If we bring people on and show them how to do this. And that really, really started to make me think. So I jump on board about 4 or 5 months later. I'm really thick-headed. I was just doing orders. And then I started learning the team building and structure of this thing. And because what I learned is in being in practice for myself, I had no medical benefits. I had this wonderful practice and, I could make money, but I had no time. I was golden handcuffed to this thing, right? I couldn't leave, you know what I mean? And I would miss events with my little girl, and I couldn't do the things I want to do in my church, and I couldn't just go on vacation when I wanted to. I mean, I could, but I'm losing all this income, and I can't serve my patients while I'm gone. So all these things were weighing on me. And then I started realizing, when I started filling the orders, I had a person who'd been taking it, and I was getting paid every month on orders from something I'd done 5 months ago. That's called residual income. Think about that for a second. And then one of my friends doing this for years, we were at a conference. I was like, hey, we gotta go catch our plane. You know what they said to me, Terry? And I go, oh, I'm gonna stay a couple extra days. And I was like, what? That's what it's like to own your life. And that's when I went full bore with trying to become a professional at teaching this whole system to people. So when I made the decision to do this and to really go after this, even my own wife looked at me like, it's one of those things. And then all of a sudden, as I helped more people, you know what the funny thing was? My check went up by helping people. Weird. John Paul Getty said it best. He said, I'd rather have 1,000% or 1% of thousands of people's efforts than 100% of my own. And I started thinking, when I sell my practice one day or if I retire, that income stream's over. But you know what happens to this one? It keeps growing. And I can do it until I die. And I can gift it to my family and teach them how to do it. Okay? So I'm so excited. You ever been so excited you just want to share this with everybody, right? Okay? And I go to my father and I'm like, Dad, this thing's going berserk. And I'm just loving it. And he's like, son, it's a fad. I said, a fad? It's fruits and vegetables in a capsule. What do you mean it's a fad? And he goes, no. He goes, son, think about it. I said, Dad, this is a 50-year company. It's worth tens of billions, and it's debt-free. When are you ever going to wake up in the newspaper and it's going to say, stop eating fruits and vegetables, right? Now, due to all the crap they put in the stuff today, that is, but this stuff's INSS certified, which is verified, no pesticides, herbicides, and some other things in there, okay? And I was like, huh. And then he said, what's a pyramid? And I hear that a lot. And I said, what do you mean? He goes, it's a pyramid scheme. I said, you mean like the company you work for? You mean pyramid structure? Let me show you what I mean. So then, here, when people say pyramid, every major company in the world is built like a pyramid. So this right here is a pyramid. And so we've got the CEO up top. You've got international managers, you've got regional managers, you've got district managers, you've got internal managers, you've got all these people. And yet, the money trickles down from the top. And I was like, well, isn't that funny how that works? And I said, so the only way, if you're down here at the bottom, and this could be any corporation, we could use Kroger's, Walmart, State Department, whatever, that you're ever going to reach the top is if you marry that person, right? Or have too much fun at the Christmas party. Sorry, guys. So, but anyway, so we got to keep it real, right? So I said, Dad, I go, you started at the bottom and you worked up to middle management. 32 years you worked your tail off. You were there an hour early every single day. And I said, and all of a sudden they canned you. And then they hired somebody outside the company to come in and do your job. They didn't even know your job. And that was safety, you thought. And he's like, wow, I never thought about that. See, there's only one person at the top in the typical pyramid structure. If you look here, though, everybody starts at the bottom as a partner in our company. But everybody can reach the top. So if, for instance, they don't want this month, one person hits NMD, hey, we're cut off. No, it keeps going. So if there's 150 people reach the top, that's wonderful. And I thought, wow, what a company. Here's another thing. Have you ever had somebody in corporate America come down and help answer questions, Cheryl, and help you? Think about that. And if you stand out too much, you know what they're trying to do to you? Take your job. And so once I get this out of my head, I got this clear. I realized it's not a pyramid scam. It's actually a structure. Do you know how much our business is to start? $50 once a year. And 85% of people just take the product. You don't have to be a distributor to take the product. You can just take the product, okay? So once I saw that, I was like, okay, that's cool. And then I want to share with you how do you earn income in our company. There's multiple ways to do this, okay? So first off, if we take the standard, like you reach the top income level of commissions, you make 15% on orders. So every time something ships, you're getting paid this 15%. You make retail profit as well. So for instance, the trio is $300 for a trio, and you get 10% of that as retail profit, which would be $30 in retail profit. Okay, and then 15% of that, which is another $45 in commission. And this goes every single month. So you add orders underneath you. There's another aspect of this we call qualifying your business. And that's something that's a little bit more detailed. But once you do this, this is where you get to pick up that income stream under all the people underneath you that you've helped develop this organization, okay? So let me show you the hard way, and let me show you the easy way, okay? So for instance, we're gonna look at being what we call a qualified sales coordinator, okay? And these people, you need to get 4,000 points in a 60-day window. And here's how this works. So what I did initially is I got basically, let's see, 4,000 divided by 300. You know, you do that math, it's like roughly like 10 to 12 orders, okay? So I got, this is me, and then I got like 10, 12 people underneath me and one distributor. And that distributor put in an order of 300 points, okay? And then I got the other 3,700. That's me. I have the other 3,700. Once I did this, I was able to get a $300 bonus check for qualifying. The person above me also got $300, okay? That's the hard way. Don't do that. So you can team build, okay? So Taryn, let's say this is me up here. I bring Taryn on. Okay, and Taryn, I've got 2,000 points in orders. So if you remember the trio, you get 300 points is basically what you get. And you divide this into 4,000, that's how many you need to get balanced, okay? So Taryn comes on, she's got it, she figures it out, and she's got, 1,500 points in just a matter of days. Cheryl, you come on, and Cheryl, you're figuring it out, and you've got 600, okay? So that's 2,100 plus a 2,000. Boom. We shared the points. I get the benefit of it. I get $300 bonus check, and I start to make 10% commission. Okay? So the next step up is sales coordinator. This is where you make 15% commission, which is what the $45 was as I was explaining. But here's the other thing that happens. To become a sales coordinator, you need to get 2 VFs, what I just taught you how to create, and 1 partner plus, which is a step below this, in a 6-month period. And then you start to make commissions. And also when you become a sales coordinator, you get a $600 bonus check in the mail. And so does your person who sponsors and helps you. Okay, so isn't that funny how somebody above you is actually helping you? Weird. So the next step, now that you've kind of seen how to do this and how to team build, and there's more to it than that, and we can always go over greater detail, but I want to go over with you like what each level basically makes. Because what I ask all my people when they come on board, I want to see how dedicated they are. I tell them, I'm upfront and honest with them. I tell them, look, this business, first off, congratulations for taking control of your own finances, okay? Not waiting on some catastrophe in life to happen, okay? Create another source of income that can be a side hustle with what you're doing and become your main hustle, okay? Now it takes work, I'm not gonna lie to you, but we have the systems in place. I can show you where the gold is, you gotta dig. I'm gonna give you a shovel, I'm gonna give you the roadmap, but you gotta dig it, okay? And we don't know how long you gotta dig, you just gotta keep digging. As long as you keep digging, you're gonna find a treasure. Does that make sense? But here's the thing, this business, if you rock it, it's built upon you. If you fail, it's because of you, okay? It's ownership in self. This is personal development wrapped in a business. As I get better, so does my team. And here's what happens. I teach everybody these systems, and my job is to make you and get you to that success level as quickly as possible with your work so you can get rid of me. I'm always there for you, but my job is to make you independent so you can fly on your own. Does that sound like a great opportunity? Okay? And the other thing is this, when there are tough times, which there will be, we're gonna know. When everything's easy and rosy, you're gonna be talking a lot. But when it's tough, we're not gonna hear from you. We're not gonna see you post. We're not gonna be seeing you do the things you need to do. And that's gonna be the first sign that something's wrong. Get with your upline so they can help you pedal that bicycle faster so you don't fall, if you will. Because if you pedal a bike slowly, you're more likely to fall, okay? There's no minimums and no maximums in this organization at all. But I try to show everybody how to do it as quickly as possible. Does that make sense? So you tell me how you want to be done. Do you want me to ride you and remind you why you're here, or do you want me to let you go on your own way path? Make sense? The other question I want to know when I ask and startup people, everybody's goals in life are different, and that's totally fine. But I want to share a stat with you. Do you know that if someone brings an extra $500 into their household a month, did you know divorce rates go down 90%? Did you know that also foreclosure rates go down 80%? So it's not just about the product with people. It's also about the business opportunity. And you may not need the income, but somebody you know and love does. So that's what I always ask people too. And share those together and get with your upline to help you do that, okay? But here's the other thing. So going back to this, I ask people, hey, if you were to do this part-time and this makes sense to you, how much income would you need to earn a month to make this worth your time? And they give me the number. And then I ask them, how many hours a week could you dedicate to earning that kind of income per month? And I write it down. And then I ask them, I say, hey, how many months would you dedicate your life working that many hours a week to get to that kind of income a week? And they tell me, and I write it down. And if it's legit, I'll tell them we can totally do that. And if it's astronomical and they're not wanting to put the time in, I'm going to be honest with them. I'm not going to waste my time. I don't have the time to waste with people. Okay? So once I get that number, let me show you